Okay. We got something new to the channel. A fragrance that is from a house that I pretty much stumbled across. Tried to do some research on it. I can't really find any reviews about these fragrances on YouTube. So I'm gonna be the one that bring these fragrances to you. The house is AZHA, and this collection is Memoirs. This is Baklava by AZHA. And we got Memoirs. And this is Arabian Tea House. So we definitely gotta jump into at least one of these fragrances. And then we might have to, double back on the rebound and discuss the other one. But I think we're gonna discuss Arabian Tea House. You know what it is. YouTube, what's the vibe? It's your boy Zebo708, and we back. About to get into this Arabian Tea House. Now, this is a fragrance house that I had no idea whatsoever about these fragrances. Y'all already know how I do. I read them notes, see if it's something that I like in those notes and the composition, and and I'll take a chance on it. So I blind bought both of these. The one we will be discussing is AZHA Arabian Tea House. Now, as you can see, I already opened this thing because, your boy already had to. Couldn't wait. I needed to get it up out of that plastic and put it in the air. So, very unique. You know how I am about these presentations. Lattafa has these, these grand presentations, and this actually, it surprised me. This thing is something that I have never seen before. You see the artwork on the outside, you see the description of it, you see what the picture and the painting that is depicting. So bam, inside, it's like a book. This joint is like a book. So you got information on the fragrance, the story behind the fragrance. That is what this is. This is a depiction. This is breaking down the story behind the fragrance. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. The fragrance sit in the inside. On this side, we have the notes. Again, information about the fragrance, and the fragrance sit inside. Has that velour cushioning in the inside. Oh, and one other thing. This thing is like magnetic. It locks in. So, bottle style. I was actually, what really kind of drew me to this was the plain style bottle. The bottle looks very plain, and that is what really, caught my eye when I, stumbled across this fragrance. So just how plain it looked and it has the braille on there. So like if you're blind and you're reading in braille, I don't know if you can see it. It has braille writing on the outside of this bottle. Little creativity, they put a little something in it, but, we really want to get into, what this thing smell like. So the top is heavy, very heavy. It's not magnetic. It feel like it should have been magnetic. Wait a minute, it is magnetic. Okay. Very heavy, very heavy. We got the gold joint atomizer on the top. We're going to put it in the air, put it on testing script, and then we're going to put it on scan. So this is Arabian Tea House. Oh, your boy tripping. Straight to the face. Don't taste like tea, don't. All right, put that in the air. Put that on testing strip. Now, put that on skin, which I already did. This is already on skin. This is Arabian Tea House already on skin. I just put it on skin again. I will post the notes up here for you to check the notes out, and I will give you a brief, rundown verbally over these, the notes, the accords, and the fragrance. Okay, so in the air, very light, very fresh. It's a very unique style fragrance. I'm gonna say this right off the top. It's not gonna be for everybody. It's definitely not gonna be for everybody. This is a fragrance that you have to have a certain nose for, and it has to be along the lines of what you desire in a fragrance. But saying all that, it's definitely a banger. I got both of these in like a deal package. Both of them in a bundle hit me for around like 65 bucks. Anywhere else and not on sale, which I got this from Intense Oud. Anywhere else outside of the sale, these things are 200 something as a bundle set. Standalone, they 80 to 90 bucks a piece. So I did see, I think I saw Baklava on Amazon and it was like 40 bucks, but I don't know. I don't know what house, what fragrance store that it's coming from. So I have to do a little research on that to see, where it's coming from. But very in the air, very fresh, very light, that's just in the air. Same as testing strip. And this is pretty, deceiving because I already know how this smells on skin. But you definitely get more of a floral aspect or a floral or oriental type of vibe in the air. It's a Middle Eastern house, so you know how they do. Top notes, you got coffee, date, saffron. Middle notes, you got rose, jasmine, cardamom. Base notes, you got vanilla and dry wood. Now, here's the thing about this fragrance. This is one of those fragrances that is a coffee fragrance. If you do not like coffee, this is not for you. This is definitely not for you. And this is not your typical coffee fragrance. The Latafa, Kawa. It's not that kind of coffee. It's not that kind of coffee. This is more of a grounded coffee type of a vibe. It is very, very strong in that coffee note. And that's just off the initial spray. You do get the dates. You do get the dates in there with the coffee. I'm not getting too much of the rose and the jasmine, which I guess is just, something to balance it out, balance the coffee out where it's not too coffee-ish. It's not heavy on the coffee side. Nobody really want to walk around smelling like Maxwell House or, Folgers or nothing like that, However, you are getting that vanilla and you are getting that dry woods. So you can take those, that coffee, the dates, the vanilla and the dry wood, and you can basically just, mix them in a salad bowl. And then you sprinkle the rest of these accords in there. All of that balances that coffee out, because the theme of this is the coffee. It's a coffee type of fragrance, but it's a beautiful, smooth coffee. That coffee is sitting on that vanilla, and it's mellowing that coffee out, and it's a nice, smooth ride. This is one of those calm, relaxing, soothing fragrances. It's in my opinion, it's a banger. I'm loving this fragrance, and I can't, and I'm gonna stress this. I can't believe that there's no videos about this fragrance. Like, I searched trying to find, people talking about this fragrance, and it could be, because everybody not gonna get into it. You know what I mean? Like, everybody not gonna vibe with it. So I would say get your nose on it first before you actually get this full bottle. And this is a 3.5, 100 ml. So this is actually a full bottle. I would say get your nose on it before you actually pull the trigger on this, because again, it's very different. It's very unique. If you're trying to stand out and you're trying to be, different, and you don't want to smell like Burlington's, Ross, or TJ Maxx, and you're trying to just step out and get something different, then this will be it. And that's what I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start bringing different fragrances to the channel, because a lot of the Burlington finds are becoming redundant. There's thousands and thousands of videos on Burlington finds, Ross finds, TJ Maxx. They pretty much having the same. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. They're all in the same stores. And that I just want to bring something different to my channel and put something different in front of y'all. It's not difficult. It's not hard to find these fragrances. And especially if you're just trying to get you something different and you're just trying to smell different. 40-something bucks, this is pretty reasonable. I mean, rack store have fragrances at 40, it's in that range where it's comfortable and it's affordable. However, the quality in this fragrance, they cut no corners. They cut no corners. This thing, it's been on me all day. I've definitely been smelling it, and I've only hit, when I first initially opened it, I hit my wrist once with one spray, because I knew that, I was gonna come down here and do this video, so I didn't want to overdo it. But I did one spray, and yeah, it's definitely holding its own. In the dry down, that coffee note, the heavy coffee that you get in the beginning, it starts to settle, and it kind of like plays more into the vanilla, and it smooths out. That's when you start getting a lot of the other accords in the fragrance and balance it out pretty well. I'm actually, I actually started pulling up other fragrances from this house. There's like a whole line of these stories. They all are their own individual story about the fragrance, about the creation of the fragrance, and it's just the story and the inside to go along with the fragrance. So there's at least 8 that I've seen in this line. So your boy gonna jump on. I got a couple of more that I'm doing a little research on as far as the notes, because again, I can't test them, and I don't know where you can test them. So I'm going through the notes, and I'm just gonna do what I did. I'm a blind buy, bring it in front of y'all and let y'all know. Great fragrance. If you're trying to step outside the box and you're trying to be different, and you're looking for a unique fragrance, yeah, Middle Eastern, Oriental type of a vibe, coffee-ish, not too coffee in that dry down, It settles out. It's smooth. It's just, it's one of the, what they call a debonair swagger. It's just, man, it's silky as silk and smooth as suede. It's just it's a beautiful fragrance. I'm glad that I got it. I'm actually glad that I stumbled across this house. I would have never ran into this house. Nobody talk about it. Nobody talk about it. Middle Eastern banger. And I'm putting it in front of y'all. You know, if you're interested, get them people a nose. Check it out. See what's to it. Me, I'm not disappointed at all in the least bit. I actually started looking for these. I was hitting Burlington's up, hitting Ross and Marshalls. They didn't have anything in there. So I jumped online and started, looking to see if there was anything else. And I stumbled across these, started going through the notes, and pretty much just, got wrapped up in the notes and was like, man, I need to tap into these. So, man, don't be closed-minded. Don't be inside the box. Don't, get locked into Burlington's, Ross, or TJ Maxx or Marshalls. Step outside the box and add you something new to your collection, something different. I guarantee that I'm not going to smell like the majority of the people that I run across, because a lot of people are not into this fragrance. The videos show. I looked it up. Couldn't find too much or nothing about the fragrance. I had to pretty much do my own leg work. But hey, jump in the comments. Tell me what you think. If you heard of this house, got your nose on it, own any of these fragrances, let me know in the comments so that I can, be steered in the right direction from purchasing from this house, because I'm definitely going to load up on these fragrances because they are bangers and great quality. They not lacking nothing. The performance is really good. The projection is really good. And you can tell by the quality of the fragrance from the very first spray that this is high quality ingredients in here. And they did a really good job. They did a really good job. Like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Share with somebody that you think might, need to hear this. And, we building. We bringing new things to the channel. We trying to do something different. I'm trying to put some fragrances in front of y'all that, is something different, something unique, and something that's going to make you stand out. And you're not going to smell like, everybody else. It's getting crowded in Burlington's, If you go to Burlington's like I go to Burlington's, you seeing it, you shoulder to shoulder, you posting up, you in the paint like this here. Trying to, you know what I'm saying? You trying to score. So yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. It's your boy Zevo708. It's always love. I appreciate y'all for watching the channel, for supporting, jumping in the comment, liking the videos, and we're going to continue to bring these bangers to y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.